Vijay lived in a small town. It was a nice town with friendly people. But something was wrong. A darkness had fallen over the town. Kaal, the evil one, was spreading his influence. Kaal made people greedy. He made them angry. He made them forget to be kind. Vijay saw his friends fight. He saw his neighbors argue. It made him sad. This is not right, Vijay thought. Someone needs to stop Kaal. But who? Who could defeat such a powerful evil? Vijay sat in his room. He looked at his shelf. There were books about history. There were books about science. There were even books about mythology. His eyes fell on a book about Sri Krishna, the brave warrior and wise teacher from Kalyug. "That's it!" Vijay exclaimed. "Krishna! He can defeat Kaal!" But Krishna lived a long time ago. How could Vijay reach him? Then an idea sparked in Vijay's mind. A time machine. Vijay started working on his time machine. He used his knowledge from books. He used scraps from his dad's workshop. He worked day and night. It wasn't easy. There were times when Vijay felt like giving up. But he remembered the sadness in people's eyes. He remembered Kaal's evil influence. He knew he had to keep going. Finally, the time machine was ready. It looked like a big blue bubble. It hummed with energy. Vijay took a deep breath and stepped inside. Vijay set the controls for Kalyug. The machine whirred and shook. Vijay closed his eyes tight. When he opened them again, everything was different. Gone were the concrete buildings and noisy cars. Instead, there were lush green forests and sparkling rivers. In the distance, Vijay saw a magnificent city. This was Dwarka, Krishna's city. Vijay felt a surge of excitement. He had done it. He had traveled back in time to Kalyug. Now he just had to find Krishna. Vijay walked towards Dwarka. He saw people dressed in colorful clothes. They were happy and laughing. There was music in the air. It was a stark contrast to the gloom of Kalyug. Finally, Vijay reached the palace. He asked the guards to see Krishna. The guards chuckled at the small boy's request. But something in Vijay's eyes made them agree. They led him to a beautiful garden. There, sitting under a tree, was Krishna. He was even more majestic than Vijay had imagined. Vijay ran up to Krishna. He told him everything about Kaal and the darkness in Kalyug. Krishna listened patiently. When Vijay was finished, Krishna smiled. "Kaal is strong," Krishna said, "but he is not stronger than the goodness within people." Krishna spent days talking to Vijay. He taught him about courage, kindness, and the importance of fighting for what is right. "Kaal feeds on negativity," Krishna explained. "To defeat him, people need to choose love over hate, kindness over anger." Vijay listened, his heart filled with hope. Vijay returned to Kalyug with Krishna. People were amazed to see Krishna. They gathered around him, eager to hear his words. Krishna spoke about the forgotten values of love and compassion. He reminded them of their own inner strength. Slowly, people started to listen. They began to help each other. They started to resist Kaal's influence. Kaal felt his power weakening. He was furious. He appeared before Krishna, his eyes blazing with anger. "You dare interfere with my plans?" Kaal roared. "You will regret this." A fierce battle erupted. Kaal attacked with all his might, but Krishna stood firm, his Sudarshan chakra spinning like a shield of light. Vijay watched in awe as Krishna fought. He knew he couldn't just stand there, he had to help. Remembering Krishna's teachings, Vijay spoke to the people. "We are stronger together," Vijay shouted. "Let's fight for our world." Inspired by Krishna and Vijay, the people joined the fight. They fought with courage and kindness. They fought for their families, their friends, and their future. Weakened by the people's unity and Krishna's power, Kaal was defeated. The darkness that had shrouded the town lifted. The people were safe. Krishna smiled, pleased. He had shown them the way. Now, it was their turn to continue the fight for good. "Thank you, Krishna," Vijay said, his voice thick with emotion. Krishna patted Vijay on the head. It was time for him to return to his own time. He stepped into the time machine and disappeared with a soft whir. Vijay knew deep in his heart that Krishna would always be there for them, guiding them towards the light.